Hi, all cinephile Mike, your friendly neighborhood cinephile here with day 77 of award season review season 2, and it is a Tuesday, which means new week, new theme. This week it is International Week, and we are going to be hopping all over the globe for some wonderful international feature films. First up, we are jumping to Germany with A24's The Zone of Interest. Written and directed by Jonathan Glazer, based on the novel by Martin Ami, the film, as of this recording, according to Box Office Mojo, sitting with a box office take of $14,912,984 worldwide, with $6,858,201 coming from the domestic box office and $8,054,783 internationally. Now, the film has been a slight awards darling this season. Now, for the Oscars, it currently has 5 nominations. It is nominated for Best Picture, Best International Feature, Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Sound. Now, interestingly enough, although a Germany set film, the film is the United Kingdom's entry into the Oscars. Now, as a British film, it had a very strong showing at the BAFTAs this week. It won 3 of the 9 awards that it was nominated for. Now, of those categories, the 6 that it did not win but was nominated for included Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, so some Oscar rollover there, Best Supporting Actress for Sandra Hüller, Best Production Design, Best Cinematography, and Best Editing. And for the 3 that it won Outstanding British Film of the Year, Best Film Not in the English Language, the international feature equivalent, and Best Sound, which it also shares with its Oscar nomination. So we'll see if it has any repeats there. Amongst the various other accolades, I will quickly highlight it had 3 Golden Globe nominations and still has 1 Best International Feature nomination at the upcoming Independent Spirit Awards. It's a lot of awards. Let's jump into the film. Now, at the start, we are introduced to the Haas family. The patriarch of the family, Rudolf, played by Christian Friedel, is a loving father of 4 with a dutiful wife who all live in a beautiful home that it includes a pool, a greenhouse, a garden, all the luxury that one could want at the time, while being against the backdrop of Auschwitz, the concentration camp. Now, Rudolf is a commander in the Nazi army, and the film, with not so much a narrative plot, more so plays like a documentary looking at the day-to-day life of the Nazi family and how they are thriving against the trauma that is happening just a few feet away from them on the other side of a wall. Again, even though the film is thin in terms of plot, it is a very interesting character study. Now, at one point, we are going to see that Rudolf will be invited back to the Central Nazi office and informed that he is now being appointed to supervise all the concentration camps, which will require a move. Now, Sandra Hüller, turning in yet another solid performance this year, plays the matriarch Hedwig with a steely reserve that shows regardless of what the situation is presented to the family, they are going to stay put in this home that she has created for them. Ultimately, she refuses to go and tells her husband, we won't see much of you. For lack of spoilers, I will leave it there to see how this plays out. Now, this film, it's interesting. The first time I saw it, did not leave much of a stark impression on me. It did on others, and I kind of walked out, I was like, all right. I found it a little tedious, even at points a little boring, but then I sat with it a bit. And it's one of those, now I see what they were getting. It wasn't clear to me at first. It's one that really required reflection. So when you go into a film like this, sit with it for a little while afterwards. It will sink in. I won't go into too much without spoiling much more, but needless to say, the creation of beauty against tragedy is a prominent theme in this film. I'm almost glad that I had some time to sit before reviewing it instead of reviewing it right after I saw it, because I might have had some different things to say. I mean, the fact that you spend almost 2 hours with a family living right outside one of the most horrific settings in history, it's disturbing. And the performances are stellar, especially Hüller. Between this and Anatomy of a Fall, like I said when I reviewed that film, she is really one for me to watch. And the sound, the way it's juxtaposed, the win, the nomination, it's very understood. And again, while not nominated for the production design at the Oscars, I do have to say it was gorgeous to look at. This house, I mean, if that house were in a different location, I would happily live there. So that's where I'm going to leave it. I will also say, without spoiling, the ending, that's going to make you ponder some of the history that we have learned about in school for many years. Now, as for its chances for Oscar nights, I feel that this is pretty much a lock for the best international feature film. It has been winning that award in many instances. It might have had some competition in Anatomy of a Fall, but France did not back Anatomy of a Fall for international feature this year. They backed The Taste of Things, which didn't get nominated. So, Zone of Interest is a pretty sure bet for this film. So, my rating, The Zone of Interest is a solid 4-star film. Now, if you would like to watch The Zone of Interest, as of this recording and posting, it is still playing in various theaters nationwide as it is nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars. Or if you so choose, you can purchase it, not rent it. It is only available for purchase right now on most digital platforms. There's no streaming information or rental information quite yet. Now, while A24 does have an agreement with HBO Max, I'm sorry, Max, to stream their films, a lot of the 2023 films have not been released on the platform yet. So your options are buy it, movie theater. All right, so that's our strong start to International Week. Tomorrow, we won't be jumping that far. We will be staying in Germany for our next feature. As always, if you like what you heard here, you can follow me, Cinephile Mike, on all social media platforms and Letterboxd. Please subscribe to the channel. We are so close to hitting that goal. We have less than 20 days, less than 3 weeks. We can get about 30 more subscribers. I know we can do it. Spread that word. Help me out. Hopefully, you're also enjoying the video shorts I have coming with the nominees and who I think is going to win on Oscar night. Get your ballots ready. I'm going to stop there. Until then, when I see you tomorrow, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.